everyone, welcome back to my channel. The echo of the ancient clock continued rolling across the abandoned town long after the metallic sound had faded into silence. Every street remained empty, yet the strange sensation of being watched became stronger with every passing second. The traveler stood completely still in the middle of the distant square, standing careful though the whisper drifting through the cold air. She were to find to understand, sounding more like hundreds of distant conversations overlapping on another chain. Actual voice suddenly another loud click echoed from inside the massive clock toward the gigantic minute and moved forward once again, advancing by another single mark at the X moment. Every streak surrounding the square flickered to left even though the town had supposedly been with electricity for decades. Their pale yellow glow illuminate rows of abandoned buildings, walls, windows, reflect like as if people were standing inside watching from behind. All curtains, the traveler slowly turned in every direction expecting someone to appear, but the thread remained completely empty. Even so, there was no denying the feeling that countless Usain years were flowing every movement. A cool breeze swept through the square carrying scattered newspapers across the cracked pavement. On backstoppy drag at the traveler's feet, the paper looked impossibly new despite the town abandoned condition across the front from paper looked impossibly now, despite the town abandoned condition across the front page was a jet that had not yet arrived, and beneath the headline appeared a photograph of the very same square where the traveler now stood. The image showed hundreds of people running in panic while the enormous clock tower behind them split apart beneath a sky filled with black lightning. Before there was time to examine in further, the newspaper slowly crumbled into grey dust and disappeared into the wind. A heavy rumbling suddenly emerged from beneath the ground. Cracks spread across the pavement surrounding the clock tower, revealing faint stream of blue light hidden beneath layers of ancient sun string symbols slowly appeared on after another connection. Every street, every building, and every alleyway into one enormous glowing pattern that covered the ancient town. It was immediately clear that the abandoned settlement had never been built by accident. Every road, every stroke, and every wall had been carefully placed according to a decent file order than modern history. The travel intensively stepped backward as another impossible event unfolded. Doors throughout the town began opening by themselves. Hundreds of abandoned houses slowly welcomed invisible occupants. Wooden rocking chairs move with onions sitting in time. Dining table become covered with freshly prepared meals that release warm steam into the cold air. Lamps lit themselves behind dusty windows. Spoke piano music drifted through empty shred a stock family who had vanished decades ago had suddenly returned home. Yes, they did. All tracing of life, not a single human figure could actually be seen. It was as if the memories of the town had awakened instead of its people, determined to uncover the truth. They traveled cautiously and tread one of the near house. The interior offered perfectly preserved copies of cherished on head on the dining table a fireplace burned with fresh flame despite showing no sign of fuel. Children toys lay scattered across the wooden floor exactly where they had been left years earlier. Family photograph lined the wall, with every fact in every picture had mysterious faded away, leaving only empty, only where people should have been upstairs on bedroom locked completely untouched by them. A small notebook rested neatly upon the desk, covered in dust both of her wish, perfectly intact. Opening the first pack revealed neat handwriting describing ordinary day life in the town. The entry spoke of school, festival, neighborhood gathering, birthday, and peaceful evening beneath clear sky. However, at the fact continued the writing godly change, the grateful tone disparate, replaced by growing fear. The author the author repeatedly mentioned hearing the giant clock ringing during the mid of the night event talk. Everyone else claimed it adds to the cade's early strength. Shadows were reportedly everything. At the edge of dawn after sunset, children began speaking to invisible friends, who warned them that time itself was running out. Several residents vanished with explanation, yet by the following morning no one except a handful of people called even remembered the names. The final fact were written with trembling handwriting that became increasingly difficult to read if Onion ever finished this journal. The last complete entry read left before the final bearing the tone doth not trap your body. It trap your time. Every person was stay after midnight slowly become another memory living inside. They said you will still walk, you will still speak, but not on beyond this place will ever remember. You exit the traveler closet the notebook as a distant bell echoed across the silent town in rock only once, yet the sound seemed to shake every building outside the bedroom window. Something moved at the far end of the empty street. A long figure, dressed in a long dark coat, stood perfectly motionless beneath a flickering street lamp. Its back remained hidden beneath the shadow of a with-brimmed head. But there was no mistaking entering detail. The figure was holding an old postcard what was and pointed to exactly the same theme as the giant clock tower in the center of town. 1 minute before midnight, slowly, almost unnaturally, the stranger lifted its head and looked it directly toward the window. Then it smiled. The smile on the shrink face lasted only a brief moment before the stream lamp above them flickered violently and went complete dark for a hairbreadth. The traveler lost sight of the mysterious figure. Then, when the light returned, the street outside was empty once again. The silent that flowed was having more unsettling than the stranger's friend. It was the kind of silence that felt unnatural, as though the entry town was holding its breath. Plotting the old junior tree, the traveler rushed downstairs and stepped back into the cold night air, scanning every corner of the deserted street. There were no footprints on the dusty road, no sound of footsteps fading into the distance, and no seeing that onion at every tree, yet the old Pockwatch remained vividly etched in the traveler's memory. It had displayed the exact impossible, same as the Kane clock tower, 1 minute before midnight. Before 3 was time to think, the massive bell inside the tower rang again. This time the sound, the song was deeper, louder, and powerful enough to shake every building in the abandoned town. Windows attract closed, brick fill room, rooftop, and the glowing symbols beneath the street become brighter than ever before. Suddenly, every house surrounding this square came alive, like turned on, one after another. Curtain moved as if unseen family were freeing unseen, and faith conversion drifted through while that had been silent for decades. Laughter echoed from an empty cave. Music flowed out of an abandoned theater somewhere. Nervy exhale clad for this friend flowing with the sound of a door slowly closing. Not of it made sense, the town looked alive, yet not a single living person could actually be found as the travel cautiously walked toward the center of the square. Another impossible shape of red transparent figure began materializing throughout the street. At first the resembled shadow, very visible beneath the shrinking boat. With every passing second they become clear. Men wearing old fashioned swift walk calmly along the sidewalk carrying beer bags. Women sat while pushing babies rotate left, no track behind them. Children looked as they gazed on another across the square. Their joyful voice echoing through the cold air. They moved naturally, complete unaware that the town surrounding them had long since become a forgotten ruin. It was a stock fragment of another team were reveling before the travel ages, no matter how close they came. The ghostly resident never acknowledged their travel aspiration. They simply continued reliving the final ordinary evening before. Whatever Trimble even had reset them from this story, the everything changed with warning. Every transparent figure froze in place simultaneously. Every conversion stopped it. Every smile, every smile, this threat. Slowly every resident turned their head toward the giant clock tower. The giant clock tower at exactly the same moment Say expression transformed from happiness into future terror. One by one, they began running through the street in complete panic. Mother desperately secret for the resident, shopkeepers abandoned their stories, carts sped reckless toward the edge of town before suddenly vanishing into thin air. The traveler was hit in horror as the peaceful memory transformed into complete chaos within seconds above the rooftop. The arc cloud generated with unnatural speed swirling direct over the clock tower. Black lightning flashed across the sky. Yet no thunder flowed. Instead, a deep mechanical ticking edged hot from somewhere beneath the ground, growing louder with every passing second. Tick, tick, tick. The entry town trembled as is responding to the invisible countdown. Then the traveler noticed something even more disturbing. The transparent people were no longer in Carrington. Several reflects suddenly, mana nih? A young girl pointed frantically toward the clock tower before dissolving into glowing particles that sucked into the wind. Moments later, every remaining figure vanished as though they had never existed. Once again, the town fell into complete silence. Only the thinking remained. The traveler slowly walked up toward the enormous clock. The minute hand, which had remained frozen for so long, had moment again. It was now only 30 second wave from midnight at the base of the tower. The ancient stone door cracked open by themselves, revealing a staircase descending into complete darkness. From somewhere below came the unmistakable sound of countless clocks, dancing in perfect synchronization. Each step of the unseen mechanism echoed like a heartbeat growing steadily louder. The traveler understood that every mystery, every vision, and every impossible event had been leading to his exact place. Taking a deep breath, the stepped through the ancient doorway and began descending into the darkness. On our that far below the forgotten town lay a hidden world where time itself no longer followed the rules of reality, and where someone or something had been patiently waiting for decades, knowing that eventually a stranger would answer the call of the final countdown. The staircase seemed to have no end. With every step downward, the temperature dropped, yet the warmth around the traveler became strangely warmer, almost as though something beneath the town was alive and breathing. The thinking get grew louder with every passing moment, surrounding the traveler from every direction until it became impossible to determine where the sound was coming from. At first, the staircase, afraid complete ordinary, carved from old stone and covered in dust. But after several dozen steps, the walls began changing. The rock stone gradually transformed into smooth black metal, covered with thousands of tiny clouds at mana nih? Transformed into smooth black metal, covered with thousands of tiny clouds. at displaying a different time. Some clock moved backward, others had no hand at all. A few seemed to contain moving shadow. Behind the glass figures had stopped. Someone was trapped inside them. The traveler stopped for a moment, staring at one particularly strange clock. Its hands were moving rapidly around the fact before suddenly stopping at exactly midnight. The moment they stopped, a whisper came from behind. The traveler don't look at them for the long. The traveler turned around immediately, but the staircase was empty. Tree was one. Tree the voice had sound close enough to touch, yet nothing could be seen. Continuing on downward, the traveler eventually reached an enormous underground chamber. The sight before him was so extraordinary that the court moved. The chamber was filled with thousands upon thousands of clocks, ranging from tiny box watches to enormous mechanisms taller than building. Some were suspended from the ceiling with another plot in midair. Without any visible support, giant gears turned slowly along the walls, connected by clan that spread into darkness. In the center of the chamber stood a massive circular platform surrounded by seven empty chairs. Six of them were completely covered in dust, but the seventh looked as though someone had been sitting three only moments earlier on the chair rested the same pocket. What that the mysterious stranger had been holding. The traveler approached carefully and picked it up. The instant their fingers touched the wax. The entry chamber became silent. Every lock, every lock, uh, the silence was so complete that even breathing seemed impossibly loud. Then the pocket was opened by itself. Inside was nothing a normal clock mechanism, but a tiny photograph. The photograph showed the abandoned town decades earlier, filled with hundreds of people standing together beneath the giant clock tower. But one person in the photograph immediately caught the traveler's attention. Standing near the counter was someone who looked exactly like them. Same face, same eyes, same expression. The travelers read in disbelief. Unable to understand how should a photograph called possible X? The version in the picture afraid the same as they were now, despite the photograph clearly being several decades old. Suddenly, the seven shire moved backward by itself. A figure emerged from the darkness behind. It was the mysterious stranger from the thread this time. There was no attempt to hide. The stranger walked slowly into the valley-like surrounding the platform and removed the dark coat, revealing an ordinary-looking person with red eyes and an expression filled with sadness. "You finally came," the stranger said quietly. The traveler demanded answer, asking what they were, why the town had been abandoned, and why the photograph saw it. Someone who looked exactly like time. The stranger remained silent for several seconds before finally explaining that the town had never truly disappeared. It had been removed from ordinary time. Everyone who left had been trapped inside a single unvisited moment, forever repeating the night when the countdown began. Thus from the mysterious music the shrine dream, and the awakening clock were a signal designed to attract on their particular person back to the town the stranger. They reflect the truth that changed everything the traveler had not discovered the town by accident. They had been connected to it since birth May years ago. A group of people had attempted to construct itself, believing the thought prevent war, disaster, and death by changing. Even before they happened, the experiment succeed for only a few seconds before something went terribly wrong. Instead of controlling time, they create a factor that spread the tone from the normal world everyone inside become trapped beyond past and future on person or whoever expect the victor that person was the traveler. The shrine explained that the traveler had been assailed when the experiment happened and their memories had been deliberately removed before they were sent into the ordinary world. The purpose was simple to protect them from the consequence of the experiment until the time came for the fracture. Sorry pun, that time had now arrived. The traveler looked again at the photograph, finally understanding why the face made so familiar. The person standing beside them was no a stranger. It was her own younger self. But before the traveler recalled, as another question, the enormous clock at the center of the chamber suddenly began moving, its hand slowly approached midnight. The strange expression changed immediately. We don't have much time, they whispered when the final bell rang. The fracture will open completely if we fail to close it. Everything prepared inside this town will spill into the present. The traveler looked around at the countless clock, realizing that the abandoned town was not simply haunted by memories. It was holding back an ancient broken timeline, and now for the first time in decades, that timeline was beginning to escape. The enormous clock continued moving, and every click of its mechanism to shake the underground chamber. The shrank immediately rushed toward the central platform and began turning. Several engines were hidden beneath the floor, but nothing happened. The mechanism had been dormant for too long, and whatever power once controlled it was slowly disappearing. The travel watched the control clock around the chamber began moving again, at once showing a different movement from the past. Of this flat, peaceful afternoon of others saw it crowded the street, and several reveled seconds of disaster that had never appeared in any storybook. It became clear that every clock represents a possible timeline created by the original experiment. The shrine explained that when the experiment failed, reality had fractured into countless possibilities, and the abandoned town became the center holding them together. If the main clock read midnight, those possibilities would no longer remain spread. Every version of the past world began merging with the present, creating a world where no one could distinguish what had actually happened from what might have opened. The traveler looked toward the giant clock and realized that only a few minutes remained. Then, how do we stop it? They asked. The shrine pointed toward the seven empty cells surrounding the platform. Each car represented A version who had once been responsible for maintaining the time mechanism had disappeared during the original experiment. The Seven Sire had remained empty for years because the final guardian had escaped with the cell was survival. The disaster that killed was the traveler. The stranger revealed that they had been searching for the traveler ever since the victor began awakening to not to harm. Tram put the ring then back before the entry system collapsed. Yet there was one problem: the mechanism could not be refreshed by simply restarting it. Someone had to enter one the clock and reconnect the broken timeline manually. Manual warfare and trade war have to fake every possible version of the Tier 1 left and cause on release to fresh. The traveler immediately understood the danger causing on reality meant allowing countless others to despair forever. The stranger warned there that there was no perfect choice. Every possible future continued happened and lost. Victor and mistake the original seeking his and create the factor because they refused to expect that reality could not be contrary. No, the traveler fact the same temptation has the final. Condon continued the underground chamber began filling with images from alternate world in one version. In Trevor saw themselves living peacefully with a family they had never known. In another, they became a powerful leader who prevented several wars. In another, they remained trapped inside the abandoned town and grew old among the people who had this threat. And possibilities seem real enough to ring out and thoughts. The traveler began to understand why the original experiment had failed. The problem was not the technology, it was the human desire to cause only the future they wanted while refusing to expect the consequence of every choice. The traveler slowly stepped toward the center of the platform. The stranger tried to stop him, warning that one they entered they make be no way to return, but the traveler had already made a decision. They would not attempt to create a perfect world. They would simply restore the natural flow of time and allow the future to remain uncertain. As they stepped into the center, a seven cars suddenly illuminated off after another chick remained dim for only a moment before glowing with golden light, revealing the houses of the people who had on aspect team. Their fake afraid briefly before dissolving into stream of light that entered the central mechanism. The seven car remained dark, the strength straight at it, restrained in the eyes, finally revealing their true identity. They had been the second original escape with the cell carrying the goal of the experiment for decades. They had spent their entry life waiting for the moment when the Trevor will return, hoping to correct the mistake that had discouraged the town as the giant clock read its final minute. The shrine stepped toward the seven sire. You don't have to do is long. They sat together. They flicked their hand, opened the central mechanism instantly. Every clock in the chamber began spinning wildly. The traveler was overwhelmed by two songs of memory that were not their own. They saw the abandoned town before the disaster, family preparing, dinner, children playing in the sacred syndicate, celebrating the experiment and the exit movement. When the mechanism activated, they saw the trebly affirmate. The clock tower exploded with like them fracture, and the entire town became frozen between moment but amid the chaos. The driver noticed something that had never been explained. Someone had, deliberately checked the mechanism setting before the experiment began. The disaster had not been an accident. Someone had sabotaged the experiment from the beginning. The realization sent a shock through the entry chamber. The strength lock at the travel indisciple as another memory. Alfred hidden among the scientists was a person wearing the same dark mana nih dark they were still somewhere inside the broken timeline. The clock struck midnight. The entry chamber exploded with light, and the singer final war echoed through the collapsing world. We were never alone in here. Then the underground chamber vanished into darkness, leaving the traveler standing somewhere. That looked almost exactly later like the real world, but where the sky had turned completely black and seven enormous clocks were floating above the city. The traveler slowly lifted their eyes toward the black sky, unable to understand what had happened to the world. They had known only moments earlier the city beneath the floating clock looked family. Yet everything about it felt wrong. The stress were whether the building stood in place where they had never existed. An enormous tower staircase toward the clouds like moments built for a civilization that had never afresh. In any history book, there were people everywhere, but none of them seemed to notice the traveler car's move silently through intersection with driver train pass overhead waves making a sound. Digital screen displayed that constantly change between different years. While clock on every building showed completely different times. It was not another planet or another city, it was a version of the same world caught between counters possible future above. Everything floated seven enormous clock each one rotating slowly in a different direction. The traveler remembered the strange warning and immediately understood that the underground mechanism had not simply repaired the fracture, it had transported them into a deep slayer somewhere within an impossible city. Was the person responsible for sabotaging the original experiment. The traveler began walking through the unfamiliar stress, chasing for and clue the curve, explain where they were after several blocks. They noticed something strange although thousands of people passed. Nearby every single person looked completely identical from behind, the same dark coat, the same posture, the same slow walking pace. When I finally turned around, its face was complete blank, no eyes, no mouth, no expression, only smooth skin. Figure continued walking a stop. Nothing unusual had happened. The traveler stepped backward in for a dozen of another identical figure. Slowly turned their head in unison that every strangely when dark a single voice emerged from the darkness. Your final returned. The traveler immediately recognized the voice in belonged to the mysterious stranger, but the tone was different. It sounded colder, almost mechanical. A figure stepped into the lake at the end of the street wearing the same dark coat from the memories Buddhist was not the Sikhin who had helped the traveler inside the underground chamber. The version looked almost exactly like them, same fact, same hack, same AS. The only difference was the expression. The stranger same smile as though they had been waiting for the meeting for decades. You have been asking. The wrong question, the figure said. You kept wondering what sabotaged the experiment. The real question it is why.